Hey there, my name's Niandra, and for the weekend of Blizzcon, Mauga was enabled in Quick Play. I then set out to learn what I could about playing Mercy in a Mauga world in the 12 or so hours we had left, and the results were something. My tank picked Roadhog, and the enemy played Doomfist, so I chalked things up to unlucky matchmaking, played a standard game of Mercy, won because the enemy team did not touch the objective, and got ready for my next match. The first thing you quickly realise is that Mauga needs healing a lot. Like, a lot. Like 24,000 healing in 8 minutes kinda numbers. Plus, if your team doesn't have Kiriko, things are even worse because anti-nade kinda decimates him. Oh my god. After my Ana is taken out by a Doomfist ult I thought I was hidden from, I fly forward and activate Valkyrie for the Guardian Angel reset. Now, I probably could be damage boosting our injured Mauga here since he's got Cardiac Overdrive active and it's just one Doomfist, but I'm already stressed out of my mind, so I play it safe. Once enemy Doomfist is down though, I wait until Valkyrie is over to heal Mauga so I get ult charge from it. There should be a big payout here if I can keep him alive, which admittedly I'm not super confident on. I do end up with like 20% ult charge seconds after Valkyrie ends though, which is really nice. A little later I learn that Mauga's ult remains active after he's eliminated, so I damage boost our Sombra while she makes use of it, which wins us the fight very nicely. Anyway, this match ends with me C9ing because the cart keeps pushing a soul out of range that I can't fly to. So truthfully, by Sunday, I was actually struggling to find matches where both teams had Mauga. Quite often we would start off with a Mauga, but then he would blow up and quickly switch. I don't think our boy is super bad, but Ana is a character that exists and he kinda struggles if he can't do damage because his sustain is kinda tied to that. I ended up queuing with my friends Hazlet and Fallen, who you may know from Overwatch Twitter, just so I could actually get some footage, and immediately things were so much better. Having a capable Ana by my side meant that I was less stressed and might actually be able to beam someone else without Mauga immediately exploding. My first goal was to get more comfortable leaving Mauga injured or damage boosting him while he was injured. Whenever I'm bogged down by large amounts of healing like this, I begin by just trying to get some flicks of damage boost in here and there and gradually start adding more to find out where the limit is, although sometimes it was still fruitless. There's just nothing more I can do! At some point my allies get trapped in spawn by cage fight, so I use a slingshot to avoid it and touch the objective. I dance until they're free, and since we've got some picks, I'm pretty confident damage boosting our favourite brick shithouse, which seems to stabilise us. The next match we played was Parisio, and we were struggling to make progress. As my team pushes forward for one last fight, I decide to keep track of Mauga's charge usage. I am about to mess up my positioning, which will leave me in front of Sojourn, and crouch spamming felt safer than a predictable dash forward. I only push up when I hear her start left clicking and assume that overclocked is finished. Also, what just happened there was really cool. I turned away from our Mauga as Sigma used Graphitic Flux so I could res Ana, mostly because if I want to keep him alive, I need her in the fight. Anyway, Mauga's overrun allows him to avoid Sigma's ults because it makes him immune to CC effects, which I think is a really neat interaction. I started to experiment with flicking damage boost onto Mauga when he charged if I was doing something else. Normally I wouldn't immediately leave Soldier like this, and I should have beamed him while walking away, but I just don't want to see another Mauga explode.
Yep, that's my name alright.
I don't like the position this super jump has put me in, so let's use Valkyrie to reset GA and move to where I should have gone in the first place. I absolutely love pushing damage boost while my Mauga is in a 1v1 mirror match with an enemy Mauga. It's not that difficult for them to just headshot each other, which builds overhealth, so a slight damage advantage can potentially work out very nicely. Now obviously I was intentionally hard-pocketing the new hero for content, but I also started to prioritize my DPS again before and after each fight. I felt like I wasn't getting much value damage boosting Mauga when he was poking people from range, which is just generally how tanks work. Anyway, while I was deducing all this, I didn't notice the building sneaking up on me. No, why would you do? My short time with Mauga was already coming to an end just as I had started getting into the swing of things. I sure am going to miss him. It was time to wrap things up with one last match. I'm going to start off by damage boosting Moira so I can get her orb and then gravitate towards Hanzo because of his range. I definitely think Mauga can be a very good damage boost target, but you want to look out for key situations like him using Cardiac Overdrive or when he's bullying the enemy tank. I didn't really get to make use of it in this video, but damage boost does increase the amount of health allies get during CO by a little amount, which I think is going to be fun to play around with. Another thing I'll be trying in future is looking out for enemies that are on fire, whether either by him or Ash's dynamite and try to push damage boost then to take advantage of his automatic critical hits. I wish I had been able to test out boosting her dynamite, then switching to Mauga and seeing if it was better than just sticking with Ash. Also, normally as Mercy, I am pretty considerate of who my Moira is healing, but here not so much. I don't have much cover to work with here, so I just do what I can. My Moira fades, which breaks my beam, and after I get hacked, I wait until my abilities are no longer locked to go for a res. It's risky, but it's also quick play, and I know Sombra can't hack me again for another few seconds, and the Maugas seem busy with each other. Only here did it hit me that, if nothing else, Mauga is at least a consistent and almost never-ending supply of sympathetic recovery. My team gets a bit split up. I super jump for a view on Mauga and Valk when I don't get one. Enemy Bob gets chucked on point, my Hanzo leaps forward, and I think my best bet is to just risk floating above enemies to follow him while hoping I can loop around to the rest of my team.
Oh, ready MP!
And that was basically all we needed to win this match, so I started saying goodbye to my friends. You know, for all the shit I've given Mauga in this video, I had a really fun time playing with him, even though I don't think he'll be great with Mercy, mostly because she's just kind of outclassed by like BAP and other supports. Being an Overwatch fan is kind of rough sometimes, but watching Blizzcon and everyone's excitement really gave me some grounded hope for the future of this game. I look forward to seeing Mauga again in December.